When Evil Lurks is an Argentinian horror film. This one has a lot of buzz. I've watched the director's previous film called Terrified. I didn't like that one. This one is about Pedro, him and his, I think his brother, hear gunshots, and when they go out to investigate, they find a dead body, and then they discover there's a rotten in one of the neighbors' houses. They're in this rural small town, and the rotten is basically this large pustule, pus-filled thing possessed by a demon, basically. And they've been waiting for a cleaner to come by. A cleaner would be someone from like a church to come sort of make the spirit go away. However, because if they try to just kill the vessel that the demon's stuck in, it'll just spread. And they're not really sure what to do. They decide to just pick up the body and move it away. However, this lets the evil presence inside spread, and it starts following Pedro as he goes back to visit his old family, and it starts going after them. This is like a really high-octane, shock-filled thriller. It's definitely classing it up a little bit by giving us a different kind of demon possession movie. This one's more biological in nature. It almost feels like a sort of plague that's sort of following him. You can't tell what the demon might possess or try to do. There's some interesting world building. There's like different rules, like you can't have electricity, you don't want to keep animals around because animals are easy to possess, and you don't want to use firearms on any infected people because it'll just like let it go on to the next thing immediately. And you know, even though the movie has some really disturbing moments, some great set pieces, good acting, good character work, I just didn't like the movie. I felt it was trying too hard. It was trying to be like this thrill-a-minute kind of thing, but most of it takes place during the day, and it kind of affects the atmosphere. And the climax is pretty solid too, but it all winds down to just the main character being kind of a hot-headed kind of mess. And you know, that, I guess that's fine, but for me, the character work wasn't quite polished enough, and it was more of it was like Fallen on steroids, basically. I understand there's a lot of chasing, there's a lot of running and violence, and there's some really gory set pieces, but I need more than that in my horror film. The ending didn't really quite do anything for me, even though this movie has a really, you know, people like it a lot, and it's got a high rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and people are buzzing about it. I just, you know, maybe it's overrated in my opinion. So I give When Evil Lurks a 6 out of 10.